Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Now, we're in the cove today, and you can see the water behind me, and when I'm done with this part, I'm going to show you something kind of cool that's actually in the water behind me you may or may not can see. Before I get into the video, 22 veterans a day commit suicide. The one thing I worried about when I started this channel, because I do videos quite a bit, at least, if not once a day, pretty much at least 6 days a week, was saying this would get cliched. But every day that I say it and every day that I think about it, it actually doesn't become cliched. It just kind of boggles my mind that here in the United States, the 22 veterans every day commit suicide. Can we stop it on our own? No, I'm not stupid. I see things on Facebook, Project Valhalla. If you see those kind of things, man, click them, support them, like them. But more than that, that's why we're doing this raffle, I'm sorry. And we'll rally. Hell, we'll do whatever. Jimbo can cook. We'll put a rally together if we need to. We'll do it right here. I'm in a beautiful, beautiful spot, and I'll show you a panoramic view, but I digress. It's just staggering. That's why it's on my heart, and I want to do something. So our raffle for the board will conclude October the 19th. That's my birthday. We'll send all the money to Southeastern Guide Dogs. Now, one of the subscribers, and it's just HE-SA, comments quite a bit, couldn't find me, so they went ahead and sent a donation to Southeastern Guide Dogs. Dude, thank you. I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. I'm perfect with that. You don't have to say Choir Boys Cutlery, nothing, scab, nothing. Let me know you've done that, because I'd like to know and be able to shout you out and make a difference. But all the money that we take in on October 19th will go to Southeastern Guide Dogs, and we'll do a raffle for that beautiful, beautiful board. I think I'm going to rig it where I win it because it looks good in my room. And everybody can get mad, whatever. You know, it wouldn't be the first time people mad at me. Now, Megan will make me do a real drawing, so don't worry about that. So, 22 vets a day. Spread that word for me. We want to get something done. We support our LEOs, our law enforcement officers. We do that by not breaking the law. Now, it's about 5. I hadn't broke the law yet, so we're doing good. We support the law. We back the blue. We've got friends and family that are law enforcement officers, and what a shitty time to be one. It's tough. Let's support them. Our addicts, and I know, man, we're across the board with this thing for a knife channel, but all addicts are welcome here. I are one, and I'm recovering, and I try. Never quit quitting. It'll take, I was thinking about this the other day, if you do something for 25, 30 years, people expect you just to kind of, you know, or you hear somebody say, oh, I smoked for 30 years and never smoked again. My grandmother was like that. Man, God bless you, good on you. I just wasn't built that way. Some people are. But never quit quitting, never. Now, having said all that, let's get into the knife, because I'm excited about this one. The more I do this channel, the more I mess with knives, the better I get at it. And we did a series of tests, or I did a series of tests today. What I got for you today is the ESSE PR-4 leather sheath. Y'all know I love my Kydex. If I didn't, we wouldn't be starting a business, but I love my Kydex. But man, there's just something about a nice leather sheath. Made in the USA. ESSE's made in the USA. Randall's Adventure and Knives. ESSE Knives made in the USA. This is the ESSE PR-4. Patrick Rollins is a law enforcement officer, law enforcement instructor in Georgia, and he works for Randall Adventure. Now, the owners asked him to design a knife. He said, man, I ain't a knife designer. They said, yeah, but you're in the woods all the time. You're one of our instructors. Just make something or design something that you would like to have. So he was always fond of the Horace Kephart design. Horace was an old school knife designer, and you may recognize this knife design from him. It's a spear point. It's very, very basic. It's 1/8 inch thick. It's got a black oxide coating on each side. Now, they left the spine bare, and I can tell you, it's a sharp 90. You hear people say that all the time. Oh, it's a 90 degree, and it ain't. All right, this one is, and I'll show it to you in the testing we've done. It's got the sculpted micarta. I was a little worried. Tops makes a knife that has the Rocky Mountain tread, and I like it. I got tougher hands just working outside, but it'll grate you. I've used this thing for 2 days really, and not a hot spot on it. So I'm excited for you to see the results. Now, when they first had it designed, Patrick had it designed. Another guy that's an instructor there, James Gibson, made the prototype. And James, actually, they said, is very artistic, so he's the one that came up with these sculpted micarta handles. And for 2 years, Patrick carried this knife. He wasn't going to just make a knife and you know, all right, let's go. No, he carried it for 2 years, taught a bunch of classes, carried it all over the world before he said, okay, it's perfect, let's go. It's very, very basic. It's rugged. It's rough and ready, son. So let me show y'all a couple things just in the location we're at, and then without any further ado after that, we'll get some cutting. But first thing I want to do, look right here behind me. Y'all see that in the cove? That's a sailboat that sunk. So we'll probably be kayaking this weekend out there to see that. That's always a big, you know, probably be a damn bull shark in there, eat me to death. That'll be the end of Choir Boys Cutlery. Y'all, somebody, Dale, y'all keep it going. Hunter. Now behind me, y'all see this open field. And somewhere behind me, because I'm blind as a damn bat, there's an old flagpole there. I'm thinking, and I'll have to ask my boy Jimbo, but I'm thinking this might be, let's come back around this. Everybody likes looking at water. I'm thinking one of the old hotels used to be here. Green Cove Springs, believe it or not, just for a quick history lesson, in the 1800s, early 1900s, was an absolute hot spot until I believe it was World War I. World War I built Florida, okay? And Mr. Flagler come in, put the railroads, and North Florida just went to hell. But before that, Green Cove was a hotbed. It had four 5-star hotels. And I think this might be the site of one of them. So we may come explore one day. Anyway, I know y'all don't, y'all don't pay to hear me talk. Hey, love y'all. God bless y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. And you know what? We got 300 subscribers. At 500 subscribers, I'm giving away a brand new D-Bad. Listen, y'all hit like, share, and subscribe. Please share these videos so somebody else will have to be traumatized by them. I love y'all. I probably won't see you at the end of the video. May the good Lord take a liking to you. I'm Scab. You're not. Well, thank you, Scab. You're getting better and better, son. Sound like Burl Lives. Now, one thing I did want to go over right here on this knife, it is a full tang construction. This thing was built solid. It is kind of compact, but it's full tang construction, and I honestly love the feel of this knife. The overall length is only like 8.9 inches. Overall blade length is 4.9 with a cutting edge of about 4 inches. So a lot of blade cutting edge there. The thickness, like I said, is about 1/8. It weighs 6.3 ounces. The Rockwell hardness on it was 55 to 57, so not super hard. Now, it's 1095 steel. I love 1095 steel. I watched a good bit of videos this morning on ESSE, and they've got some of the Maker series, and the guys were talking about they're trying a couple of iterations with S35VN. And one thing that I found interesting is on one of the tests with batoning of the S35, they shattered it, or they broke it in half. But they showed that, and I was impressed by that. The more I watch on ESSE and Randall's Adventure, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to redo that SE6 review. I feel like I owed it to myself, to y'all, and to the company, because this knife right here just really changed my mind. Now right here, I'm skinning back this, it's just old phone cord. And you say, son, how many phone cords can you have? Well, I got a bunch of them. Got a bunch of phones from previous lives and whatnot. But you see how I strip that wire right off of there? I do that every day in my job. Now, this ain't a knife I'd carry every day on my job. It's too nice. But when we go camping this fall, Dell and I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to take that SE6 because these are just two good knives. Now look here, this is my batoning stick. I don't even know what you call it. My baton, maybe? I don't know. Attaboy, Scab. Look at that feather stick, and what I was doing is making me a little handle and making feather sticks at the same time. I can multitask. I can do it all. And we're right out here about where we were riding through the woods, out in the swamp, and that kind of thing. So what I thought about doing is making a huge fire to keep the mosquitoes from carrying me away. Because it's about the size of damn pterodactyls. It wear you slap out. But if y'all look at that knife going to work. This is another knife. It's, like I said, it's not even 9 inches long, but I'm telling y'all, it feels like a big knife in your hand. It does a lot of good work. It bites in there good. Now we're just stripping a green stick. I'm just showing y'all, this ain't even feather sticking, just a little more slicing. I did quite a bit of batoning, not just what I showed here, but did more than that, just on some smaller pieces. That's what it's made for. I mean, it ain't made for to go through some 8-inch block of wood. This is a great camp knife, and I'm telling y'all, the handles, very, very comfortable. Very comfortable. I love them handles. And again, that's part of, I guess that's James Gibson's kind of contribution to it. They asked him, hey man, because he made the prototype, can we keep these scales? He said, yes, absolutely. And you see there that the coating is not on the back. I thought Kirk may have stripped that until I watched a couple of them videos. Now watch this, watch old Scab right here. Old Scab bushcraft ball. Look at it, son. Like Davy Crockett out there starting a fire. That's all you need, old Scab. Well, thank you, Scab, son. Getting better as we go. Now, we're going to stab a bottle because I about burnt the truck slap up. So we had to get some water going here. There we go. Go ahead and put the fire out, Scab. Hiawatha called me wanting to learn some of them secrets, son. Y'all can't, you don't know about old Scab. I know all kind of bushcrafting tricks. Now, here's where I just go in dumbass mode, and I don't even know why I do that. I do that every video. Oh, nice stab there. I do that too. I enjoy stabbing plastic bottles. Y'all see that? The Donnie B All Day drop test. This is one that Donnie B All Day perfected. Now, Donnie will throw it, but Kirk told me he'd kill me if I threw another one, and that's probably a fight nobody wants to see. There we go. I'm sure somebody will make fun of me being fat. I've been made fun of being fat about 2 or 3 times, and tell y'all, I'm about to start whipping somebody's ass. But now I digress. Let's do some comparisons here. It's the ESSE PR-4 against the Tops Brothers of Bushcraft. Oh, look here. There's the old D-Bad. Be a good companion knife there to D-Bad and that little ESSE. Now, the Raj. You say, Scab, none of these are alike. And you're right. I got a couple of Pucos. Oh, look at Megatron. Son, she come flying out of there. Now, we're having beef tips and noodles tonight. And Megan's going to notice how she didn't touch that with her hand. Megan's careful of that stuff, son. And I just now watched the knife. I had asked her a couple times. We're standing there talking because I didn't want to hold her cooking up, but I asked her if she'd try this knife. Of course, I had to wash it 14 times to make sure it was ready to go. But she said there's absolutely no drag in the knife. I think the only thing for her is it's a camp knife, so it's, it's not a kitchen knife. But she said it was also one that she could probably get used to pretty quick or if on the fly. Perfect sharpness. She said there was no drag, no pull with the knife. And I am hungry, like a hungry hippo, son. And I appreciate her helping out. She's really been supportive. And again, I want to thank y'all. While we're down to about our last minute here, I want to take a minute and just say thank y'all so much for the 300 subscribers. Like Captain Electro said, numbers doesn't define success. It's if it makes you happy. And this makes me incredibly happy. The support you guys have shown, the love you've shown. I'm going to ask you now to hit like and subscribe. And guys, do me a favor, if y'all would, just keep the comments coming. Some of y'all comment every video, and I am so appreciative. Comments, likes, share it on your Facebook. Let's get the word out about the raffle and about Choir Boys Cutlery. I sure would appreciate it. Listen, Megan's still cutting up meat, son. Now, one thing around here, we're going to eat some meat, son. That's why I'm 302 pounds. Hey, listen, I love y'all. Megan loves y'all. Beautiful knife. Thank you, ESSE. All right, guys, listen, hey, I'm Scab. You're not.